Breaking Miami Heat news, restricted free agent Davion Mitchell intends to sign a 2-year, $24 million deal to return to the Miami Heat. At the end of the day, Davion Mitchell is a definition of Heat culture. You need his point of attack defense. You need his scoring. I honestly think guys like him always do great in the Miami Heat system, and I'm glad that he got his money. Once again, he came in and made an immediate impact. He gives 110%. He flourishes in Eric Spoelstra's defense, and this is how we can continue to have a top 5, top 10 defense for the years to come. Now, of course, we have some Giannis Antetokounmpo rumors to the Miami Heat. So, per Legion Hoops, the Knicks, the Heat, and the Warriors are reportedly among the teams interested in Giannis Antetokounmpo. Let's get into the video.
This draft period here, we have free agency period coming up next week. We have trade period coming up during all of that. We have summer league coming up. What can the Bucks do to elevate this team and surround Giannis Antetokounmpo with the players? He's been there for 12 years. I think he owes them that. They owe him that. So I expect that's all that'll be the focus for the next several weeks. And then after that, after, let's say, 2-3 weeks into July, Giannis Antetokounmpo will then have to figure out, what is it? Do I feel like this team I'm on right now, is this a championship contender? Because that's what I want out of my future. That's what I've been on record of wanting. Or is it just too comfortable for him? And potentially, loyalty is the factor and the key that the Bucks are obviously playing on. But one thing I will say about Giannis Antetokounmpo, Pat, he signed 2 extensions in Milwaukee. Both times, no one knew about it. I didn't report on it until it was actually signed. So this is someone that always keeps things close to the vest. This is someone that always does things in quiet. So I'm sure there are conversations going on right now that we don't even know about around Giannis Antetokounmpo and his camp. And I guess when there's going to be something to talk about, or maybe not something.
There's a lot of people within the NBA community that think that Giannis is somehow going to come to the Miami Heat. Once again, I just don't feel like we have the assets. If you're not going to include Bam Adebayo, they're not going to even pick up the phone. So does that mean that the Miami Heat are going to give away their franchise player? Are they willing to do that? Are they willing to go all in to get arguably the top best player in the Eastern Conference? That is a question for the Miami Heat. When DWade speaks, we should all listen. So DWade on why Kevin Durant was never coming to Miami. I said this 10 years ago when the Heat were trying to get him then. He's not following LeBron. Why are we recruiting somebody who's not doing that? I didn't like it then, and I didn't like it now. I'm glad he's in Houston. That ain't it. Also, I don't want to be one of those old head dudes who can't come back and get celebrated. Heat, get this blank together. DWade should be in the front office right now. It is one of the most blasphemous things how he is not in the front office. If you're telling me that superstars and high-level role players would say no to Bam, DWade, Pat Riley, Eric Spoelstra in any recruiting meeting, I don't see that happening. Let's get into the video.
LeBron went to Miami. He's not going to Miami. I said this 10 years ago when the Heat was trying to get him then. UD talked about this recently on one of his shows as well. He's not following LeBron. I knew he wasn't coming to Miami.
Damn, good point, Shannon.
So I'm sitting there like, why are we about to spend some time to go recruit somebody who's not following LeBron? Why would he do that?
I didn't even think about that.
LeBron leaves and now KD about to come in to do what?
You're right. You know what? I ain't even thought about it like that.
I didn't like it 10 years ago, and I didn't like it when I heard it recently. I'm glad KD is in Houston and he's not in Miami because that ain't it. Now, it is some work that need to be done.
Please.
I don't want to be one of these old dudes that's sitting over here not being able to go back and be highlighted like Dale Davis and Reggie Miller and all them dudes was doing this summer. We need to get this tight. Me, DWade, UD, all of us need to come back with our knees hurting, getting up a little slow.
Now, there's multiple reports saying that Andrew Wiggins is going to be traded to the Lakers. So, per Jake Fisher, I haven't heard anything on the Wiggins-Lakers idea that's out here. I don't think that's really been substantive at all on my understanding from talking to the Lakers people around Wiggins. I don't think there's anything developing, by the way, with Wiggins to LA right now. And that's because they don't want to include the first-round pick. They need to. I don't care what anyone says. Wiggins is 30 years old. He's the champion. If he's not worth that first-round pick, then who is? Let's get into the video.
Los Angeles, that's all I have for you right now on the Lakers front. I have not heard anything on the Andrew Wiggins Lakers idea that's out there. I don't think that's anything that's really been substantive at all, to my understanding, from talking to the Lakers, from talking to people around Andrew Wiggins. I don't think there's anything developing between Wiggins to LA.
Now, everyone's raving about how the Miami Heat got a lottery pick at the top 20. I told you guys this already. Kasparas Jakučiūnas is going to be phenomenal. All right, so number 10 on my big board. Great culture fit and their style of play. Big enough to play alongside Hero Mitchell at 6'6", with a strong frame. Also, too, with this Russian monster, 7'1". He was my second highest ranked undrafted player, going to give them big time muscle and physicality. And he's a bruiser, great rebounder, physical in the paint, and that's exactly what the Miami Heat need. Let's get into the video.
Amina, the Miami Heat got the number 10 player on my big board in Kasparas Yakuchonis at the 20th pick. He not only fills a major roster void in the backcourt, but he also is a great culture fit and with their style of play as well. He's going to bring them ball handling, playmaking ability, shot creation in the backcourt. But he's big enough to play alongside all-star guard Tyler Hero, and he can even play in the same lineup as Davion Mitchell at 6'6" with a strong frame. Now, Miami also signed Michigan big man Vlad Golden on a two-way contract. He was my second highest ranked undrafted player. He was number 49 on my big board. He's going to give them big time muscle and physicality. The Miami Heat have traditionally not been known as an international hotspot, but they've added Pele Larson, Nikola Jovic, and now a Lithuanian and a Russian player. The Miami Heat told me they had pierogies on the day of the draft, and it's just fitting that they added a Lithuanian and Russian.
So Miami Heat fans, let me know what you guys think in the comments. We brought back Davion Mitchell. We got two great rookies coming in. At the end of the day, guys, we have to focus on the youth movement. There's so many rumors going on right now. Are they going to trade Duncan Robinson? Are they going to trade for Kuminga? What's the future of the Miami Heat? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Hit that subscribe button, and thank you for all the support.